Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here today to talk to you about my latest video. This is another one of my what I eat in a week videos where I show you everything that I ate in a week, except the theme for this video is everything is from ALDI, the grocery store, except for a few things, which I will explain in the video. And also, in case you didn't know, there's also a grocery haul video that I already uploaded that I'll link below if you want to see more about the products that I actually bought and see me go through them and describe them. But if not, please enjoy this video and please enjoy the music that I used editing the video, because that's something that keeps me not so losing my mind during editing, is the fun music that I get to add to the editing. So if you have a problem with it, you have a problem with my mental health, okay? So just kidding. On to the video. Hello everybody, welcome to lunch. I'm basically making the same thing that I was trying to make in my dorm video, the pita wrap with the veggies and the chicken patty. Although I said tried to make, I did make it in the other one. I just used tahini instead of hummus because we didn't have hummus. Well, we did, I had curry hummus, which I didn't want to use. In this video, I do have hummus and it's from ALDI. Big surprise, yeah, I bet. So everything in this is from ALDI except for the cucumber. We already had a cucumber in the fridge, so I wasn't going to get another cucumber. I just used the same price as I would from an actual ALDI cucumber, and the price is on the top of the screen. So just so you know, accuracy, I value it. I'm basically just stuffing everything in the pitas. I salt and peppered it. Also, I didn't show that, but I did do it and put some lemon on there. It was real nice. These chicken patties don't microwave as good as the corn ones did. They're fine, but they do a lot better in the oven or the air fryer. In the air fryer, I had one and it was real good. But anyways, yeah. For dinner, I'm making a sort of burrito bowl, but this is the version of burrito bowl that I eat when I just don't feel like really cooking anything. The only thing that I'm actually cooking is rice in the rice cooker, and that's very, does that even count as cooking? I'm not sure. This is starting to do a copycat Chipotle, but all it is really just the rice that's copycat of Chipotle. So I'm putting some olive oil, garlic salt, lime juice, and cilantro in the rice and just stirring it up. A lot of the times if I actually feel like cooking, I will put beans on the stove with some broth, any broth or bouillon that I have, and seasonings and oil and stuff. But I'm just showing you an example of when I just don't feel like cooking or getting out pots and pans. I basically just rinse off the beans, throw them in there, cut up some bell peppers, throw it in there, cut up some avocado, throw it in there, scoop in some salsa, and then, squirt some more lime on there, season it up, and just stir it all together. And yeah. I just love those things so much. I learned what a sting is. It's a transition music thing. Music for a transition. Little snippet. They're so fun. I was laughing so much while I was editing. I was like, this is amazing. It's like a weird sitcom. Anyways, breakfast. I'm making some oatmeal. And also, these are the same oats from my dorm video. They're just the Quaker Oats brand. But in the prices, I included the actual price from the Aldi Minute Oats. All Minute Oats are basically the same. I'm just not wanting to buy more Minute Oats when I already have Minute Oats. Seems a little ridiculous. This time, I mashed up half a banana into the oatmeal just as a natural sweetener and a little bit more flavor, I guess. And then I scooped in some peanut butter and put half of one of those chocolates from the dark chocolate that I bought at Aldi and just stirred that up, and then put a little bit of soy milk. This was so good. This was like having dessert. Like, highly recommend for when you want to like do a little treat yourself thing, you know? So my cousin, while we were grocery shopping, gave me the idea to get this black soybean spaghetti for Halloween time. And I thought originally that I would make a pesto sauce, a nice pesto sauce, and put it on top of this black pasta, and it'd be really, you know, Halloween looking. Turns out Aldi doesn't sell basil. They barely had any like fresh herbs, which I found upsetting. I almost bought basil at a different store, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stick to the prompt. So I found this recipe for a creamy avocado and spinach pasta. It calls for also toasted pine nuts and roasted tomatoes to be tossed into it, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I want to try it how it is with just the sauce and the pasta. 25 grams of protein for just one serving of this. All right, so let's start with the avocado. I'm just gonna scoop it in there. It's really hard to like measure spinach. Put like 2 leaves in and it's like full. Garlic clove, I got this stuff. This is not from Aldi, but oh, heaping half teaspoon. 1.5 teaspoons of olive oil. All right. 1.5 teaspoons freshly squeezed lemon juice. And also this lemon isn't from Aldi. I think it's just salt and pepper now. All right, so this is like nothing. It's kind of like purpley black too, so that's kind of perfect. Oh wow, that's a smelly sauce. It's interesting. Definitely avocado. I mean, not that I was doubting it. I mean, it's kind of like guacamole. I don't know. I don't know. I think we've crossed out of Halloween territory and just gone into like nasty territory. I'm gonna try some. Interesting. It's a little plain. It's not anything special. It's not bad. I'm gonna add some basil, dried basil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, nutritional yeast. When I make pesto, I put nutritional yeast in it. Like instead of putting Parmesan, I think that'll make it a lot better. Now we try it. I think that's better. That's got more flavor. Looks like if like Oscar the Grouch made you pasta. That looks. Now for dinner. This was the first time I'd ever made spaghetti squash, so I was pretty excited. I almost wondered if mine was like a little unripe or something because it was slightly greenish and seemed really light, like pale, compared to some of the ones that I've seen other people make. But alas, it was still good. So I'm gonna link the directions that I followed in the description, but it was super easy. Basically, all you have to do is just cut it in half and scoop out the seeds and stuff, just like you would like a honeydew or whatever, and then drizzle some olive oil on it, and then coat it with whatever seasonings you want. I just put garlic, salt, and pepper. Then you just flip them upside down and put them in the oven. Mine took like 35 to 40 minutes, and then during that time, I was making the sauce. So these are the earth-grown meatballs. They're the same brand as the chicken patties earlier in the video. It's all under Aldi. They just have a bunch of different brands. It's still all store brand, but it's just different names. The meatballs tasted really similar to the Trader Joe's meatballs that I actually often get already and really like. And then you just scrape it with a fork. You just get all those little noodlies out. It was really easy. It was honestly kind of like satisfying. One of those like satisfying videos, you know? It was like that. Flavor wise, I actually really enjoyed the spaghetti squash. I didn't know how much I would like it compared to like, you know, having a big old bowl of spaghetti noodles that I love so much. Right now I'm doing the second fermentation, which is where this is technically kombucha and I could just drink that if I wanted to, but it's not really like flavored. Like now I can put you know, juice in it so that I can first of all make it flavored and also make it more carbonated. It's like a little bit carbonated right now, especially when I stir it. Like it fizzes up a little bit, but it's like not, you know, it's not like. Okay, so I'm going to measure out a cup of kombucha for the next batch, add it to the SCOBY. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in here, and then I totally forgot that I was supposed to put the SCOBY in there. So I'm gonna transfer it over there, plop it in. And then I'm gonna mix my next kombucha. The ratio that I'm going for is 1 part juice to 2 parts kombucha. So 4 cups of kombucha and 2 cups of juice. It's gonna make a really pretty color, wow. And then I'm gonna stir it. Oh my god, it's really pretty. I'm really excited about this. And I try to go further away from the top to start, and then I try to even them out afterward, but overall I try to keep it as far from the top of the bottle as I can so that the carbonation doesn't kill me in my sleep or in my wakeness. I've never had a bottle explode on me before, but I'm scared. Ooh, there's some, oh, that's the cinnamon. There's cinnamon in this. That's why I got it for like the fall. Okay, so now I'm gonna mix more. I'm just gonna mix the rest. It smells good. Like, I really like the cinnamon smell that's in there. So that's how easy it is to do the second fermentation. Super easy. And now I can drink this in 2 to 6 days or something, but I usually just do like 3 days. Alright, so this is me making the same smoothie that I make in most of my videos that I love ever so much. We got our soy milk, we got our spinach, we got our banana, we got some peanut butter, and we got some frozen blueberries. Usually I put a little bit of hemp seeds in there, sometimes some cacao powder, but I didn't buy those from ALDI, and I also just figured I didn't really need it for today. The smoothie, you know, I'm versatile. I'm spontaneous. I like to change it up, you know. So for lunch, I'm basically just finishing the recipe from before where I said I wasn't going to do the tomatoes and the roasted nuts. So I did do it. I did it, and it really didn't make it that much better. I was really disappointed in this pasta sauce. The first time I had it, it was like, all right, it was okay. After being in the fridge, like when I took it out this day to eat it, you know, it had the smell of like when you make guacamole and then you leave it in the fridge for a few days, you know. I don't know, it's just weird. I'd rather just do like a nut-based sauce or something like that. So yeah, anyways, I don't recommend this. I think it would be better to just make like a pesto sauce. I would like to do that in the future and do like roasted tomatoes and stuff on it. But the tomatoes and nuts did make it better. I just wouldn't necessarily recommend this. I also tried microwaving it. That's why it looks like it came back from literal hell. That didn't improve it, and it made it smell weirder. So heads up. Sounded like I was gonna throw a football. So for dinner, I continued my copycat Chipotle bowl, and I made some fajita veggies. So I cut up the rest of the red and yellow bell pepper out of my bell pepper trio and half an onion, and I cooked it on the stove. Oh, I didn't cut that at all. And then in a pot, I added some bouillon, just some veggie bouillon, to some water. I already had this bouillon, and I wasn't gonna buy like veggie broth from Aldi, but for the price I included, it's just the price of a veggie broth from Aldi. So yeah, either one. I just put a little bit of broth and then some oil and some seasonings. So to this I also added some salt, pepper, garlic. I also put some oregano, some cumin, and then I also put basically the same seasonings on the peppers as well. And then I just cook those beans until they get real soft and, you know, the juice thickens up. Dude, I love beans. Beans are the best. Beans are the best. That's why they start with BE and end with an S, you know? Where should I put the salsa that will be pretty? Like there? Sure. Then we just put avocado on top of everything, and it makes everything better. I'm gonna put some beautiful lime on that now. I'm trying to like rip it with my fingers. Let's see how this goes. Wow, look how beautiful. Oh my god, I love Chipotle. Okay, that's my dinner. Yeah, girl. It really doesn't look like as good as it should. If it was in like a plate, it'd be over for you guys. So for breakfast, I had some wonderful oats, and I really thought it was funny when I was editing because this hand, the way I'm doing my hand, it reminds me of the hand boss in Super Smash Brothers. I don't know if it's just like the GameCube one, but I remember there being like a one where it's just like a hand that like comes down from the sky and just battles you, like just slaps you up a little bit. Anyways, okay, so I put some soy milk in here, I put some frozen blueberries in here, I put some peanut butter in here, and I put some chia seeds in here. Very simple, but why don't you do something a little different from the dessert oatmeal that I did in the beginning of the video? And then for lunch, I had some nice leftovers of the same stuff that I made the night before, basically. Yeah, I just microwaved that, and then I scooped some avocado and salsa onto that. Super good, super delicious, super wonderful, super great, super tasty, super fantastico, super, good. Just super, you know? It's just so super. What a super lunch that was. For dinner, I made the great, the fantastic, the wonderful, stop using adjectives, green bean no wait, this is the chili. Okay, I made chili. So I made 3-bean chili, and I used up the rest of the pinto beans from the refried beans. I used up some chickpeas, I used up some black beans, and I used up some of those diced tomatoes. I seasoned it with chili seasonings, you know what I'm talking about. You can just Google chili seasonings if you want. I just do it all to taste because I find that easiest, but a lot of people like to put like a little bit of sugar or something, a little bit of tiny bit of sweetness into their chili. A lot of the time I'll just pour in a spoon or so of barbecue sauce, because I feel like that just adds a good flavor and also adds the sweetness that I would have added regardless. And now I'm actually making the green bean casserole. It's a little different because I'm just kind of like eyeballing things a little more than I usually do for Thanksgiving when I really want everything to be perfect. But I used some of the baby Bella mushrooms that I bought for a stir fry. I just used some of them in this and then the rest of them in a stir fry later. And I used, well, I'll put the recipe in the description. I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you anything. I don't need to tell you anything, okay? Stop trying to... Stop. So you just follow the recipe, and then I just keep adding things until I'm happy with how the mushroom soup turns out. And then I put the green beans in. And you're actually supposed to boil the green beans first, and then take them out, and then make the sauce, and then put them in the casserole dish. But I just try to cook them a little bit in the soup on the stove for a little bit so that I don't have to do that, because then they'll cook more in the actual casserole dish in the oven, you know, so I don't think it's necessary. But this time I did rush it a little bit. You can see that there's like, it's pretty soupy on the bottom, but that stuff is so good. Like if you're having any other side, like potatoes or whatever, you can just put that soup on whatever else you're eating, or after it's been like out for a little bit or in the fridge for a little bit, it's gonna thicken up anyways. But just a little disclaimer, you know, in case you're concerned about the soupiness. So then we made some nice little sweet potatoes with some cinnamon, with some brown sugar, with some marshmallows. These are from Trader Joe's, and I know that's kind of cheating. Although Trader Joe's and Aldi are like, you know, they're like connected. So it's like not that bad, you know? Anyways, I make sweet potatoes like this all the time without marshmallows. It's still super good. We just had these marshmallows and I really wanted to use them.
Oh my god, the sticking. Okay, f this. I'm not ripping it anymore.
It's like hot cross buns.
Oh! Wait, can I poke it with a fork, please?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Your hand's in the way.
Oh, it's like a mozzarella. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate it. And I hope you stick around. Subscribe, like the video, put on post notifications if you really want to. You can follow me on Instagram. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. And also that you maybe gained something from the video.